Ho, 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 and Merry freaking Christmas, my cyber diggity dogs. This is the one and only Rendog coming at you live on Christmas Eve 2014 for a very special episode of Let's Play Minecraft Survival. In this episode, my friends, we are heading off on our very first 1.8 adventure into the unknown in the search of brand new 1.8 blocks. And man, it is going to be so freaking sweet. I'm going to be telling you guys a whole bunch of stories. We're just going to be chatting some jazz. And hopefully, we're not going to die. Sit back and relax. My cyber diggity dogs, I hope you got a tasty ass beverage. Give me 1 second. Man, that is some caffeine straight to the veins. And I hope you have a freaking crunchy ass snack to hand also, my friends. Let's play some Minecraft Survival on Christmas Eve. Well, Cyberdogs, I gotta tell you, I've had such a sweet day today, man. I got to finish work super early because it's Christmas Eve, and I went out for a freaking delicious ass steak for lunch. Came home and prepared myself to record a sweet ass Minecraft video with you guys, man. You know, I thought to myself, what are you going to do on Christmas Eve? You're alone in London, Rendiggity Dog, and I thought, you know what? There could be nothing better to do than make a super sweet, super long Christmas special playing Minecraft with my Cyberdogs, and I cannot wait, man. Since the last episode, guys, you see that I've done a butt ton of work to the Walmart Bazaar, and man, when I finished recording the last episode, man, I spent another 2 hours or so working on this bad boy, and as you can see, it is looking freaking sweet. And man, you guys have been giving me such amazing hints and tips over the last few episodes, and I want to take you through some of these things that I've done around here before we head off on our adventure, guys. And the first thing you might have noticed is this sort of green and white branding going on over here, and what I tried to figure out was some way to represent that this thing over here is like a supermarket. And one of you guys mentioned, Rendiggity Dog, why don't you try and make like a brand, right? Like a Walmart Bazaar brand. You know, when you see Walmart or you see Tesco or you see any huge supermarket, they usually are like 1 or 2 colors, like red and white or blue and white or blue and red. And I thought, why don't we go with white and green? And all of that sweet ass glass that we managed to collect in the previous episode, I smelted down and turned into these stained glass panes over here, and we've got stained green glass that you make from cactuses and stained white glass made from bone meal. And I think we got a pretty sweet theme going on around here, guys. The Walmart Bazaar is all about like white and green goodness, and this green square over here that you see in all of the windows, I think this is like the brand of the Walmart Bazaar. It's like a green square surrounded by white. And that is the brand of the Walmart Bazaar, man. That looks freaking awesome. I've also been doing a little bit of work in the actual supermarket itself. And what I've been doing is trying to figure out a way to, like, I don't know, just jazz this place up a little bit. And what I've done is I've added these green panes and these white panes to the sides of our shelves. And this actually makes it feel quite supermarket-y, if you know what I mean. But man, I've been working my butthole off in here, and I need a break from this, man, and I just cannot wait to go on today's adventure. You guys have also been giving me some amazing tips. I asked you guys in, I think it was episode 3, what should we do inside of this mountain? And as you guys can see, I've been experimenting over here with making like an interesting wall design. But one of you guys mentioned an idea that I thought was pretty sweet. Why not make like a room in here that would be like a fridge, right? Where we'd be able to store like all of our potions and liquids and all of that sort of stuff. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And then another idea that one of you guys had, which I thought was freaking genius, and was also inspired by the fact that we are going on an adventure today, was to make that room over there in the Walmart Bazaar the Ender Chest room. How awesome is that idea, guys? And you know what? I was like, wait, hang on, Ender Chest? What in the jazz is an Ender Chest? And I looked into it, and an Ender Chest is some sweetness, people. An Ender Chest is basically a chest that exists across all dimensions and universes. If you place an Ender Chest down and open it and put stuff into the Ender Chest, if you make another Ender Chest somewhere else in your Minecraft world and open that chest, you have access to the same freaking Ender Chest, or all of the Ender Chests that you have all around your world. And I looked into what it's going to take to make Ender Chests, and guess what, guys? You need eyes of the Ender and obsidian to make Ender Chests. And guess what? Griswold, our friendly local blacksmith, actually makes Eyes of the Ender for emeralds. And one of our new 1.8 villager spawns gives us emeralds for rotten flesh. Can you guys see where I'm going with this? I'm going to take all of my emeralds that I have. I've got 9 emeralds. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to pick up these diamonds while we're at it too. And I'm going to go and do a bit of trading. And I want to try and get sort of 3 or 4 Eyes of the Ender. And then make like a couple of ender chests, right? And then we can place those ender chests. And then when on our adventure, when our inventory fills up, we can place the ender chest wherever we are and fill it up with all of the stuff that we found. And it will end up right here in wherever we place the ender chest in Raintopia. So that is awesome. Right, let's try and find the villager that actually trades rotten flesh for emeralds. You know what? I was thinking about it. This particular villager who trades us emeralds for rotten flesh might just be like one of the strongest villagers that you could possibly get. Especially if you have a mob spawner, right? Because it means all of your rotten flesh gets turned into freaking emeralds. And it's not like you have to turn wheat or something else into emeralds, or like turn something that you need into emeralds. Well, here's old Griswold, right? So let's give him these 8 emeralds to get an Eye of the Ender right away. Ah, thank you, sir. Oh, are you not going to give me another Eye of the Ender? Oh, you freaking butthole. Oh, no, there we go. All right, now we need to find his son. Okay, here's the son. They all want to come trade. Dudes, leave me alone, man. I know it's Christmas Eve, but damn! I'm not giving out presents today. Anyway, let's have a quick sleep because the sun's about to go down. But this is so sweet because I can now get a butt ton of emeralds from Griswold's son. Where's he gone? There we go. So let's just get as many emeralds as we can. Thank you, dude. Give me some more. Give me some more freaking emeralds. How many do we need? We need like 7 emeralds, right? To get 1 Eye of the Ender from old Grizzy. Oh, and we get experience for this. That's really good. Because what we also need to do in this episode is repair all of our jazz before we go off on our adventure. Now, man, you guys have been giving me the most awesome hints and tips, guys. One of you guys mentioned that, I think it was in like episode 1, that the cost of repairing enchanted weapons and items has actually come down quite a lot. And that's really sweet, because that means we could probably repair most of our gear. Like the armor set of the dog, for example, and all of our sweet-ass enchanted weapons and tools. We could probably repair all of them with the 24 levels that we've got. I've been grinding the butthole also to try and get as many levels as possible. And man, this is going to be awesome. If we can go on this adventure with a fully repaired set of gear, it is going to be so freaking sweet. Man, I got a little overexcited there. Sorry, Beatrice, I may have destroyed one of your sunflowers. Listen, I know that you're sad because you've heard through the grapevine that I'm about to go on a big adventure. Worry not, my love. I will be fine. I've got the Cyberdog Nation behind me, and I'm gonna have my fully repaired diamond gear. I will survive. I will bring you back something awesome. All right, Cyberdogs, remind me, we need to bring back Beatrice a present from our adventures. I'll miss you. Oh, by the way, while I'm away, you're not allowed to go and visit Griswold. You hear me? Now go clean the freaking mole hole. Alright guys, let's head up to the furnace room and do a little bit of repairing. We've got 3 Eyes of the Ender. Let's make some ender chests first, actually. Let's do these things one at a time, guys. We've got quite a few things to prepare for over here. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, to make an ender chest, we need to put an ender eye in the middle. There we go. Ender chest. Oh man, check out this thing. That is one badass chest. Now, I'm thinking, right? We could make another ender chest, but then we're going to have to carry it in our inventory, and that's just going to take up a slot. I think we're probably going to have to... Yeah, I think we're going to have to make it anyway, though. Okay, so this will be the ender chest that we carry with us, right? And then this ender chest... We'll need to place this somewhere. I reckon let's place this ender chest in our bedroom. Because we don't want any of the villagers, you know, opening the ender chest and getting their greasy mitts all over our sweet ass loot. So let's stick the ender chest in here somewhere. What in the jazz? There is a freaking skeleton over there. Oh my goodness gracious. Is it because it's raining and thundering? It can't be night already. Oh, it is. Okay. Whew, man. That day went super fast. Damn. Alright, let's get our ender chest set up somewhere here, guys. I think we're going to have to find a better place for this ender chest. And the more that I think about it, actually, the more that I kind of want to make that like mountain room of Molmart, like the ender chest room. I think that's a really cool idea. Anyway, let's stick the ender chest over here. Oh man, check how sweet that is. It's got like a dragon on it, I think. And oh, it's got the same effect that the nether portal has, man. Check like all the little purple things going into it. That is so sweet. All right. You know what I think this is a good idea, right? Let's stick the Eye of the Ender in the ender chest. So if at some point on our adventure we need to make another ender chest, we can just access the Eye of the Ender from this ender chest. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down over here? And then we don't have to carry the Eye of the Ender around on our inventory. So that is sweet. All right, task number 2 before today's adventure is to head to the furnace rooms and see if we can repair some of our jazz. Actually, hang on. I need to pick up the armor set of the dog first. Duh. Alright. Skull cap of the dog, plate mail of the dog, leggings of the dog, and slippers of the dog. Sweet. And what I have in my inventory right now, guys, if you are new to the Rendog channel, I've got Terra, the enchanted pickaxe, with efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. Claw, the fortune 2 golden pickaxe. Paw, the unbreaking 3 shovel. Fang, the sharpness 3 fire aspect 1 sword. And Rambo, the power 3 infinity 1 bow. So we've got some good gear for today's adventure, people. I mean, the chances of us dying are now pretty freaking slim. I mean, I'm saying like maybe 0%, right? It's probably famous last words, but hey. All right, let's have a look. How expensive is it actually going to be? Only 3 experienced. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, so let's repair the most important things first, right? Let's repair Fang. Fang's got to be repaired. I think that's fine. We don't have to repair Fang all the way up. We need to repair Terra probably all the way up, though, I think. 5, 6 experience to repair Terra all the way up. All right, that's sweet. Paw definitely needs a little bit of love. We've only got 14 experience left, though. So we got to be... There we go. Yep, we'll repair Paw that much. Skull cap of the dog, we've got 10 experience points left. Let's have a look. Let's pump a couple in there. 4 experience points into there. Leggings can get like 3. And plate mail of the dog will have to get 3 or so, right? Alright, there we go. We've used all of our experience. Oh, we didn't... Oh, man, we couldn't repair slippers of the dog, unfortunately. Man, that is kind of annoying. You know what we might have to do, guys? We might have to take a few diamonds with us. And then... Oh, man. This is so dodgy, though, man. Slippers of the dog. We don't want that to break. Alright, we might have to go grind the butthole quickly. Get a few more experience points before we actually head off. Alright, Cyberdogs, welcome back. I've just been grinding that freaking butthole. I also picked up a few steaks and some cooked pork chops and some tasty-ass baked potatoes. Now we've got enough levels to repair slippers of the dog a couple of times. So we're basically ready to go on our adventure, people. Man, it is going to be so sweet. I cannot freaking wait. All right, there we go. We are now fully geared up, man. Look at us looking bad freaking ass. Fang, are you ready to slay some undead buttholes? Because I am. Oh, before I forget, there is one more thing that we need to do, my friends. And I'm going to give you a clue. Starts with a D and ends with an H. That's right, my friends. We need to head to the Dogolith because we're going to be away for a couple of episodes, and we've missed the Dogolith entries for the last 2 episodes. So you know what, guys? I've got 16 more of you Cyber Diggity Dogs onto the Dogolith for today's episode, and then we are heading off on our very first 1.8 adventure, man. It is going to be freaking sweet. And without further ado, please welcome to the Dogolith for today from YouTube subscribers. We have got Anthony Wild Out Swag, Cause I Can, MRT 107, and CS Bents 98. Also from YouTube subscribers, we have got Roz Sko, Tom McCarthy, Jake Harkins, and Josh Mann. Welcome to the Dogolith, my friends. You've been immortalized in the interbubs forever. And now from Dogcraft.net, the official Cyberdog fan community, we have got K Cyberdog, Red Dexter, Joseph Conton, JR Colas 22. We've also got Andrew Klein, Slamato, Blue Star 1870, and Poozafroop. Welcome to the Dogolith, my friends. You are the Christmas entries for 2014. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you, and I hope you guys have an amazing freaking Christmas day with your families, and the same goes to all of you Cyberdogs out there, man. I hope you guys are having an amazing freaking Christmas, enjoying this Rendiggity Dog video, and maybe you're watching it on your new iPad or your new phone or your new computer. Let me know in the comment section below, man. What did you Cyberdogs get for Christmas, man? I hope you got some sweet-ass jazz. Me? Well, I'm probably too old to get Christmas presents these days, but I didn't really get any presents, unfortunately. But playing Minecraft with you guys is a present enough for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the sweetest present I could ever ask for. So, a huge thank you to the Cyberdog Nation for all of your support, guys. Anyway, we are ready to go. Oh my goodness. Almost went into this portal. Before we do, we need to do an adventure check. Let's make sure we've got everything we need. Bone, get the jazz out of here, man. We don't need you. Right, we've got a couple of diamonds that we'll use to repair our gear. We've got iron ingots that we can build an anvil out of to do that repair work. We've got our ender chest. We've got a bucket of welder. We've got our arrows, crafting table. We've got spruce wood that can be turned into anything that we need. Ladders, sticks, etc. We've got coal that can be turned into torches. We've got our torches. We've got our compass to find our way home. We've got our book and quill, which is of course the Dogolog, so that we can do some Dogolith entries on our adventure. We've got the armor set of the dog. We have all of our sweet ass enchanted weaponry. We've got sweet ass taters, steakage, breadage, pork choppage, and some freaking dirt. We are ready to freaking go, my Cyberdiggity dogs. It's freaking adventure time, man. This is gonna be so freaking sweet. All right, let's get into the nether before I actually have a heart attack. All right, here we go, my friends. This railway line is gonna take us all the way to the Amazonia village, and I don't know where our minecart's gone, but it looks like it's been stolen by one of these freaking pigs. Alright, we're just going to have to do this manual styles, my friends, and I guess while we're on this little foot journey over here, I just want to take a moment just to say thank you to all of the Cyberdogs who donated to me this week, man. I was just blown away by the generosity shown by some of you guys, and you guys, you know, got in touch with me directly, and some of you guys donated on dogcraft.net saying Merry Christmas, Rendog, here's a present for you, and guys, I just can't tell you how grateful I am for that, and you know, all of your donations goes towards maintaining this channel, paying for the bills for dogcraft.net, paying for my electricity and broadband bills so that I can keep making Minecraft videos. And guys, you guys basically made my Christmas, man. You really made me feel like there is a community out there that's got my back, and I just want to thank you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. You know who you are, and when we get back to Rentopia from this adventure, I'm gonna get you guys into the freaking Cyberdog monument. But man, oh man, I'm getting excited now, people. It's almost adventure time. It has been a long ass while since we've been this far away from the mole hole, and oh, this is gonna be awesome. So this is the plan, right? Well, we're gonna spawn in Amazonia. I hope that everything is okay around here. Yeah, everything's looking pretty sweet. The sun is going down though, and I don't think we have a bed in here, do we? Welcome to Amazonia, my friends. This is a very weird village because there's just ladies here. I mean, I'm not complaining, but as you can see, there's some weird-ass jazz going on in the well over here. What are you ladies doing up in this well? Get out of there, man. Seriously. What are you two up to? This is freaking wrong. But we found this village, I believe, in Season 3. And I think one of our plans is to protect this village, in fact. Oh, we actually do have a bed here. Sweet. So we can sleep this night away when the sun goes down. But I do actually want to come and protect this village, I think. It's very awesome. We actually picked up a horse from here too, I think. I think this is where we found Napoleon? I think so. But yeah, man, Amazonia, we do not have time for Amazonia today. Oh, no, no. We are on a much more important mission. And that mission is to find some new 1.8 jazz. Now, you guys have been telling me in the comment sections below about all these awesome new building blocks that we can find. And there's a whole bunch of new brickage and slabbage and all of the sweetness that we love in this game. So I just want to generate some new chunkage, really. And I think what we should do is just go, right? Let's just throw caution to the wind and head in that direction over there. And hopefully we will come across some new biomes. I don't know if there's a new biome, or I think there's a new biome or two. Who knows? If there is, we'll find it. And hopefully in this new biome, we will find all of the new sweet-ass blocks that we need to put in our ender chest and take back to Rentopia so we can use it to make some new awesome freaking structures. And hopefully this compass is working, man. Because if this compass is broken, this is a futile mission. And we're just going to get lost, and we'll never be able to find our way home. And we'll pretty much have to, I guess, kill ourselves so that we can spawn again. But I think we'll easily be able to find our way home. I was thinking about making like some quest pillars on the way, but I think that's probably going to be pointless. I mean, our compass will be able to take us in the general direction of home. And once we sort of get to Amazonia, then we've got the portal there, and that'll be able to take us into the Nether and get us back to Rentopia, which is pretty awesome. But guys, while we go on this adventure, I mean, it's probably going to be a little while before we find anything interesting. I want to talk a little bit about Christmas. And as you guys know, as I told you in the last episode, this year I am in London for Christmas. I unfortunately couldn't get back to South Africa to spend Christmas with my family, but instead I'm spending Christmas with my cyber diggity dog. So you know what? I am spending Christmas with my family, just the global version of my family, really. But you know, in London, and it's probably the same for most of you guys out there, in Christmas time, like the city just goes crazy, man. People go Christmas crazy around here. There's like awesome lights everywhere and Christmas music all over the show. And for the last couple of days, I've been thinking about, you know, this particular episode that I was going to make on Christmas Eve and what we would talk about. And I wanted to tell you guys a few stories and stuff, you know, around like maybe some of my Christmas memories. And what I thought I would tell you guys about is one of the very first plays that I was ever in. And the reason that I want to tell you about this story is because I was thinking about like why I play Minecraft, right? I was doing some introspection, and I was thinking to myself, why do you enjoy like making these videos so much? Why do you enjoy like recording your voice and sending it out to the internet and basically broadcasting? Like what is the reason for it? And I think there is a root reason, which comes way from early on in my childhood, that I've always sort of loved broadcasting and always sort of loved making content for other people. And this got me thinking about the very first time I was in a play. And because this is a Christmas theme episode, I'm going to tell you about this play. Because this play, this is actually a pretty sweet ass looking cave over here, people. Do you think this is worth an exploration? I mean, I don't know if we're going to find any of the new stuff. I don't even know if we've generated any new 1.8 chunks yet. Skelebutt, you do not want to freaking cross me because I got an enchanted sword. What is that? That's new. That's new. That's a new block. I've never seen this before. Oh baby. Oh baby. There's what? Okay. What is this? What is this? Diorite. That's epic. What is this? Granite. Okay. Well, I would call this a win. Look at this. We've just run into a juicy ass patch of diorite and granite right off the freaking bat, man. This is awesome. Now, can these make bricks? This will make polished granite. Let's make some polished granite. Can we break this up? What does this make? Does this make anything? Polished granite. Polished granite looks pretty sweet. Oh man, this is epic. Okay, cool. I'm just going to harvest this jazz, guys, and I'm going to tell you about the very first nativity play that I was in. Now, I must have been about, I don't know, about 7 or 8. I was extremely young. My memory isn't extremely clear, particularly clear about this play that I was in. But I was in the nativity play, and I'm sure most of you guys, and this is new too. I've never seen this before. What in the jazz is this? What is this? Andesite! We found all 3 new building blocks in the same freaking place. Man, that is awesome. Right, I'm just going to mine the jazz out of this. I'm sure a ton of you guys have been in nativity plays too, right? And you know, in nativity plays, you always have like the standard positions in the play, right? So you got like the baby Jesus, you got Joseph, you got Mary, you got the 3 kings. You've got, like, what are the other characters? You've got, like, the animals. You could be the sheep or the cow or the donkey or the chicken or the innkeeper or the innkeeper's wife. Like, there's loads of characters in the nativity play, right? And you also get, like, in my nativity play, there were also other characters. And I'd love to know if it's the same for you guys. But some of the characters was like the rock, the tree, like Those were actual characters, and that was basically kids dressed up as like rocks and trees. And those were for the kids who, shall we say, were theatrically impaired, if you know what I mean. They were just like really bad actors, or they were really nervous, so that they would be made the tree. And I distinctly remember the day of casting when the teachers were deciding who was going to be who. And I was sitting there with my friend Jeremy. I think I've told you guys about Jeremy on a few occasions in this season, in this series so far. But he was my best friend in junior school, and I remember sitting there with him in front of the teachers while they were deciding who would be who. And for some reason, deep in my soul, I wanted to be like the most exciting and the most awesome part in the play. And for those of you guys who haven't worked it out yet, that is the angel Gabriel. The year before, I had watched the nativity play that the kids above me, like the year above me, had done. And the angel Gabriel spent the entire time on the stage, floating above the rest of the stage, like he was on a super high platform with wings, sweet ass like angel wings, and he sang a solo. And when I saw that play, I was like, man, when I want to be the angel Gabriel, because I want to be on the stage the whole time. I want people to see my sweet ass wings the whole freaking time that this play is on. And I remember sitting next to Jeremy, and I think I said something to Jeremy like, if they make me the Rock, I'm gonna phone my mum. Man, I was adamant. I was not gonna be the freaking Rock or the tree. I wanted to be the angel Gabriel. And I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I influenced the teachers, but I distinctly remember staring extremely hard straight into the eyeballs of my teacher from across the room. And I was trying to, I guess, telepathically transmit a message into her brain. You will make me the angel Gabriel, or I will phone my mum. And guess what, guys? She made me the freaking angel Gabriel. I was the angel Gabriel in that nativity play, which was epic. Now, I got a bit more to tell you about the actual night of the play. But before we get there, guys, I want to tell you a little bit more about how I came to wanting to be the angel Gabriel. See, I was thinking about this story that I wanted to tell you guys, and I was thinking to myself, well, oh, it's a leprechaun. Eat it! Buy it! Eat it! Man, I am rusty. I hit that leprechaun with everything but my sword. But I was trying to think about like what was the root reason for me wanting to so desperately be that angel Gabriel. And I started to think about my grandparents, my grandmother and my grandfather, and Goxie, my brother. And I suddenly realized that actually everything that I'm doing right now, all of these YouTube videos that I'm making, all of these countless hours of broadcasting that I've done, almost 900 videos, I don't even know how many hours that you guys have listened to my voice, all of this is because of my grandparents. I'm pretty sure it's because of them, and the reason for that is because when my father passed away, we went and lived with my grandparents for a while. And it was a wonderful time. I remember it extremely fondly, being with my grandmother and my grandfather and my brother and my mum. After coming through such a very painful time, we went there and it was like the sanctuary of happiness. And my grandparents were so freaking awesome. And it was just a time filled with like playing games with my grandparents, playing board games every night, playing piano with my grandmom, just doing all of these amazing things with them. And they were so freaking awesome to the real Goxie and myself and my mum. And they embraced us and they took us to school, and I think they basically got us back on track, really. And one of the things that we used to love doing with them the most was making puppet shows. Now, I'm sure there's tons of you out there who have probably done exactly the same thing with your grandparents or maybe with your mums. And if there are, let me know, man. I'd love to know how many of you guys out there did this. But what my grandparents would say, what my grandfather would say to us was, all right, Goxie and Rendog, tonight we are having a puppet show. And the entrance fee is going to be 1 cent. And we are all expecting an excellent show. And we're going to be coming dressed properly in our best clothes. We're going to pay 1 cent to watch the puppet show, and we expect a good show. And what the Goxie and I would do is spend hours upon hours making a puppet show for our grandparents and our mum. And what we would do is we would use different colored socks. My grandfather would take us into his room and he'd open up his sock drawer and he would say, these are the characters of the play. You can choose from these socks. And we would choose multicolored socks for clowns and dark socks for bad guys and white socks for good guys and blue socks for good guys and so on and so on. And my grandfather was an amazing man. He was a World War II survivor, and he was captured, in fact, in World War II, and he spent a couple of years in a prisoner of war camp, and he survived. And when he came out of the war, him and my grandmother moved to South Africa. They immigrated to South Africa, and they left Europe from Holland. They lived in Holland. As some of you guys know, I am Dutch. My grandparents were Dutch. And my grandfather and I shared a lot of similar things. And one of the things that we share is that we shared was our tenacity and our willingness to never give up. And I'm eternally grateful for my grandfather and for sharing that amazing trait with him. Anyway, he used to take us to his sock drawer, and Goxie and I would select socks for the play. And my grandfather was also an architect by trade. He was I think he was like an engineerial architect. I don't know. He would engineer things for buildings. I don't even know what you call that. Is that an architect or is that an engineer? I don't know. Anyway, he had a whole bunch of sweet ass architectural stuff. And this is epic. We just found an abandoned mine shaft, people. Oh, this adventure is going from freaking awesome to freaking triple epically awesome. Oh, this is sweet. We picked up a whole bunch of this jazz too. It might be time to fire up our freaking ender chest, man. But anyway, my grandfather had all of this sweet ass stuff at his house. He spent most of his life like collecting. Oh, there's a chest. Most of his life like collecting anything, and anything that he found, anything mechanical, engines and cars and equipment and anything that he could find, and he would store it in his garage. And his garage was just completely filled with the most awesome stuff. I'm sure some of you guys have uncles or grandfathers that are the same, that just sort of anything that they find they keep and they stick it in their garage, and the garage is just filled with amazing stuff that you can like make toys out of and play with and all of that stuff. And my grandfather would take us into his garage, and he would help us like pick out props for our puppet show. And I'll carry on with the story, guys. Let's see what the jazz is in this chest. Dear Lord, it is Christmas Day. It's kind of like your day, right? So, on your day, please give me something sweet. Ah, thank you. Kaplam! Ah. Nothing of interest in here, I'm afraid, my friends. Some melon seeds, some lapis, and some coal. We don't have any space for this jazz. So, unfortunately, this chest is a bust. Just stick a block up there just to say that we've been there. So that what we would do is we'd go into his garage, and he had a couple of like old lamp stands. They kind of looked like out of a war movie, right? They were these massive lamps with green shades on them, and whenever we made a puppet show, he would collect them. And in the lounge of their house, oh, there's a freaking cave spider spawner in there. In the lounge of my grandparents' house, we would set up the stage, right? And the stage needed a backdrop, and we would make the backdrop from these lamps. So we would stick the lamps up, and then we'd get a sheet, and then cover the lamps with the sheet to make like the backdrop of our little puppet show stage. And that's where the Goxie and I would do the actual puppet show. And so we would set up this stage for our grandparents, and it would take us hours and hours to do. And what we would do is we would come up with a story. Let's just do this really carefully, guys. Let's kill this spawner. Bam! There we go. We'd set up the stage, and the Goxie and I would try and come up with like a sweet ass plot line for the actual puppet show. And we would put it on, we would practice and practice and practice for hours and hours and hours. And when we were ready, then we would call everyone. And we'd say, "Oh Lord, poisoned! Back up, son!" Woo! Man, Alright, I'm not going down there anymore. I'm done. I'm done with that corridor. Once the Goxie and I had worked out a sweet-ass plot for our play, we would call everyone Mum, Granddad, Mum, Oma, Opa, which is what we call our grandparents in South Africa, and in Holland, in fact. It's time for the puppet show. You've got to pay 1 cent entry, of course. Freaking creepers! Eat it! Take it to the butt face! Sweet. Now, there's definitely got to be more of this mine shaft to explore, right, my friends? Let's carry on looking around here. And our grandparents and our mum would come into the lounge, and they used to get dressed up too. So my grandfather would put on a jacket, my mum would put on a jacket, my grandmum would put on a nice dress or something, and they would all sit down on the couch in the lounge, and they would pay us the 1 cent entry fee into the real Gox, the Ren Gox Theatre. And there, in the lounge, probably once a week, the real Gox and I would perform for our family. And I, to be honest with you, cannot for the life of me remember what the plots were. I wish I could tell you guys what the plots were. I'm sure they were absolutely hilarious. But I think, and I'm pretty much 100% sure, that those experiences in my grandparents' house, making plays, making puppet shows with my brother, the real Goxie, was what started my love for, I guess, theatre, like acting? I don't even know what to call it, really. Broadcasting. Let's call it broadcasting, right? I think that's where it all began. Because this was when I was much younger, right? I mean, this was before I went to school. Like, we used to do these puppet shows before I went to school. So when I eventually went to school, there's another chest. They're sweet! Oh, man, this is the most epic adventure ever. Zombie, take an arrow to your brain. Bam! Headshot! Alright, let's see what's in this one. Dear Lord, I know you were just trolling me with the last chest, so now's your chance to make up for it. Bam! Some bread. That will not do. That will just not do. So anyway, so guys, I reckon that is the root of everything that I've done on YouTube. I think the reason that I am a YouTuber, you know, it's one of the questions that I get asked quite a lot, is Rendog, why do you do YouTube? Why do you do this? And I think one of the reasons is because of those experiences that I had with my grandparents in their house, putting on those plays with my brother. I got a taste for it, man. I got a taste for entertaining the people, for making something out of my own freaking mind, and then sharing it with people and seeing them enjoy it and seeing them, you know, love it as much as I was loving it. And I think I have my grandparents and my grandfather to thank for that. Okay, this is not good. I'm trapped now. And getting eaten alive. Getting eaten. Okay. We need to back up, son. It seems like I never really learn, do I? Okay, this is not good. One freaking heart. That is not good. I'm just gonna abandon that route. It's gonna... Oh, here's another chest! Oh man, this is epic. Although we haven't got anything awesome out of the chest yet, so let's have a look. More freaking lapis and bread. Man! Chest! You suck. So let's head back to the story that I was telling you about when I was the angel Gabriel in my nativity play in my junior school. Now, oh, there's a dungeon here too. Oh, man, this could possibly be the best adventure that I've ever been on. In fact, this is the best adventure that I've ever been on. And it's kind of weird, right, that it's happening on Christmas Eve. I mean, maybe somebody is helping us along. You know what I'm saying, people? I mean, this is sweet. Take it. Bam. Alright, I really do want to kill that freaking thing, though. Scatter butt. Die, bastard. Alright, let's plug this up while we deal with this freaking cave spider spawner. You know what I think we could do, guys? I got a cunning plan. Check it out. Let's let some water out over here. That's going to push all of the spiders in that direction. They're not going to be able to actually get to us. And then I can slowly make my way toward that spawner and freaking break it. Burn, you bastards! How do you like me now? Eat it! Eat it! Eat! I think this is a job for Rambo. Headshot! 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 Sweet. Alright, let's kill this freaking spawner. There we go. Threat neutralized. Is there a chest in there? No. Oh, this is the other side of the thing that we came on. Anyway, I wanted to pick up those experience points for the spawner anyway. Alright, let's go deal with this dungeon now. Whew, man, this is thirsty work. Give me 1 second. Ah. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for what lays ahead. Hello? Oh, we're going to get some mossy cobblestone in here too. So that's awesome. Although, I think you can make mossy cobblestone now. Which is kind of depressing. I kind of like collecting it. You know what, guys? I'm never going to make mossy cobblestone. Spider! You trying to hide from me, man? I see you. Oh, jeez. That's an insane amount of spawns. Eat it, Skelebutt. Torchage. Bam. Neutralized. What's happening, Spider? Just checking for a double spawner over here, guys. I mean, that would be amazing if there was a double spawner. Right, let's break this spawner and open this chest. Dear Lord, third time lucky, you know the freaking deal. Bam! A freaking music disc. I'll take that. And a name tag. Yeah, these are things of value. This is the kind of thing that we actually want to pick up. I think it's about time that we use our ender chest. Yeah, why not? Alright, let's see how this puppy works, man. So what we should be seeing in this ender chest is our eye of the ender and our obsidian, right? Yes, there it is. So oh, this is awesome. This is the most awesome hint and tip that any Cyberdog has given me in a really long time, man. See, now we can actually pick up all of this freaking jazz and drop it off in here. Stick the music disc in there and some redstone. Keep the diamond. Put the wheat in there, and well, we could probably keep the bread. Alright, awesome. I think we probably have to take the Eye of the Ender, because I don't think you can pick up an Ender chest, but just in case, I'm going to carry the Eye of the Ender in case we have to make another one. So let's see if we can pick this up. Nope! Yeah, you see it breaks up into obsidian. Alright, so, oh, we're going to need one more obsidian though, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no. Okay, so we can actually make another Ender chest. Oh man, I should have collected this freaking mossy cobblestone before breaking the ender chest, right? Alright, so we got one more ender chest activation, basically. Right? Alright, let's collect this sweet ass mossy cobblestone. Always useful around Rentopia. So anyway, where was I? Oh, I was talking about the Angel Gabriel. So, I was the Angel Gabriel in this nativity play. And I was so freaking happy that I had been selected. If I hadn't have been selected, I probably would have just thrown my toys out the proverbial cot. I probably would have just lost it. And phoned my mum. In those days, we didn't have like mobile phones. And there was like a pay phone just outside of my school. And that's where I used to phone my mum from. I knew her number off by heart. My mum was actually a teacher. And I knew the number of her department. And sometimes I used to phone her. She used to get so angry with me. Why are you phoning me at work, Rendon? Oh, now we can collect some more of this sweet-ass stuff also. So anyway, I was selected to be the Angel Gabriel. I was so freaking happy. I was so proud. I remember I just couldn't wait to tell my mum about it. And I remember just how relieved I was that I wasn't the freaking rock or the tree. You know what I mean? And man, it was as awesome as I thought it was going to be. We had some rehearsals. I mean, it wasn't like a serious play, you know. You're talking about like a play for 8-year-olds. So I think we had like 2 or 3 rehearsals. I only had like 1 or 2 lines to say. I think I had to say something to the 3 kings. I can't really remember the story, but I think Gabriel tells the 3 kings like to follow the star. So I probably had to say something like, 3 kings, follow the star. I wonder if I said it in my Rendog voice. I can't remember. 3 kings, please follow the star. Would have been kind of weird. But the most awesome thing about being the Angel Gabriel in that play was that I was on this perch above all of the other actors, and I was on the stage for the entire freaking time, and it was so awesome. And I absolutely loved it. And from then on, whenever my school had a play, I did everything possible to be in the play. And not only be in the play, I wanted to be like the lead. You know, I wanted to be like the main actor, man. I used to audition for like the biggest parts that I could find. And just try and be in the play, even if it meant that I would have to take a secondary role. That was fine, because most of the time I was like too young for the plays, so I wasn't able to get like the main parts that I wanted, so I would end up getting the smaller parts or whatever. I remember that I was, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have also been this. I'd love to know in the comment section below if you have. I was one of the 3 Musketeers in another one of my junior school plays. I mean, how sweet is that, guys? I was one of the Musketeers. I got a sword. Man, it was awesome. I got a sword and like a cape, and I had this hat with a feather in it. That was awesome. Yeah, I love that. And what other? I was in another play also. Now, this was like the crowning jewel of my acting career in junior school, right? And this was in my last year of junior school. So this was when I was about, I think I was 11. And I was just, it was my last year, and the next year after that one, I would be heading off to high school. But in my junior school, my junior school was just a junior school, so we didn't have like a high school attached to it. So when you got to the last year of junior school, you were at the top, right? Like you were the oldest kids in the school, you were the most senior, like all the other kids had to respect your authority. And I was a prefect, which was sweet. And for the first time, because I was in the last year of the school, I got access to being like the main roles in the plays, right? And I auditioned for a play that was good. Betty! Betty, my bad! I'm so sorry, darling! In fact, I think I killed you before. Well, Batty will respawn. Man, we haven't seen Batty in so long that I completely forgot about it. So sorry about that one, Battleicious. But anyway, in the last play that I had to do at school, for the life of me, I was trying to remember today exactly what play it was, but I can't remember what the play was. But there was it was basically about a singer, right? Like a vocalist. It might have been like a, I don't know. It might have been like a pantomime about Elvis's life or something like that. But it was basically a play about like a singer. And the lead character was a singer and had to sing like 4 different songs throughout the play. And I got the role as the lead singer, right? Which was awesome. Because I've told you guys already about my band at junior school, right? Diamond Illusion. Man, we were a rock band, and we kicked some serious ass. And when I got the part in that play, man, all of my freaking dreams came true. Because suddenly, I got to use my singing voice that I was using in my band in a play. Now, more importantly, our school was doing this play with a girls' school, right? And that means that I got to rehearse with some fun ladies. Damn! Man, it was awesome. And in fact, my very first girlfriend I met in that play. And because I was the lead role and because I was singing, man, the girls loved it. The girls were just like, Rendog, you're so awesome. Well, I think it's selective memory, guys. I think I'm probably exaggerating it. But I used to hang out, like the girls used to come and hang out with me and ask me about like, you know, how do you remember all the words and stuff like that. And for the few weeks that we rehearsed that play, I was the Mac Daddy, and it was awesome. And man, I got a serious taste for acting in that play. And when I went to high school, I was in every single play, every single year of high school. And when I got to university, I was using Claw then. When I got to university, the first thing that I did was I joined the university radio station, and I was on the radio for like 4 years. And you know what? It's just so crazy that I think I can link all of that to those puppet shows that the Goxie and I used to do for my grandparents. And I think that's where it all freaking started, man. And we used to have the most wonderful Christmases there also. My grandfather would invite Father Christmas for dinner. And Father Christmas used to come and give us our presents. And you know, sing carols with us and whatnot. And it was awesome. It was amazing times. And yeah, man, jeez, man, I just had to look at the watch. This episode's been going forever now. So guys, I think I'm going to call it for tonight. But I really hope you have enjoyed today's episode. I've had an absolute freaking blast. And we have found a ton of chests, a ton of dungeons. We've already filled our ender chest once with a whole bunch of sweet-ass jazz. And we are on an awesome adventure right now, man. We are collecting a whole bunch of granite, diorite, and andesite to be used in the mole hole. God knows where. We're going to have to find some awesome places for it. But I really hope you have enjoyed this, guys. In the next episode, we're going to be continuing on this sweet-ass adventure, collecting more of these awesome 1.8 blocks. And the last thing that I want to say, guys, is I hope you all have an amazing Christmas. And guys, remember to cherish your families and cherish the people that you have, because you know what? You never freaking know when they won't be around. And cherish every single moment that you have with them. Tell them that you love them every single day of your lives. And I hope you guys have an amazing freaking Christmas with your family. And I hope you guys all appreciate each other for the amazing freaking people that you are. And again, thank you to every single one of you for all the support that you've given me this year, guys. It's the best Christmas present that I could have ever asked for. Guys, we will see you in the next video. And Merry freaking Christmas, my friends.